Welcome to Queen's Alchemy. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know we in for it tonight. I know y'all been waiting for this. Y'all see who the guest is. Look how beautiful she looks tonight. Say peace and love to Coach. All right, we're gonna get right into it. See, there she go. That's her live and in the flesh, y'all. All right, so we get ready to get into this. We just gonna take it right from the top. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Peace and love to all my beautiful people. We're gonna welcome to the Collab and Grow with the Queen. That's me. All right. I'm so excited to have you all here for this special live interview where we're gonna dive into 22 questions, interview style. But first things first, we're gonna give a big welcome to our guest, Coach Mean Reen. How you doing, sis?
Hi, everyone. Woo, I'm nervous. So before we start and you start badgering me with questions, I just wanted to spread some positive love and joy and peace before we start and dive into the questions. And I just wanted to give you your flowers, Queen, and thank you so much for choosing me to interview little old me to interview today. And I hope that this interview not only gets people to understand a little bit more about me and you, Queen, because sometimes we just gonna go off the cuff and start talking, right? But also to be a motivation and inspiration to somebody, because at the end of the day, my name is Coach Mean Reen, right? So what I am most interested in is inspiring people to be the best version of themselves. So I hope that happens tonight. All right, let's go.
Well, you see, she started out the gate being that coach and motivator that she is, y'all. That's how she roll. That's how she roll. That's why I love her. I feel like I've known her already all my life. All right, so now look at here. Now, of course, we're going to shout out to everyone watching in the chat because it's what we do. We're here to collab and grow. Remember, connect with those that you're not connected with. Drop that AQN in the chat. Make sure that you're connected that way. So your link is dropped. Yes, I still have Nightbot. Nightbot may cause you to be timed out, but I think it's only 5 seconds. So don't be discouraged. Don't get upset. Nightbot just be Nightbotting, okay? So we're going to keep on going with this. Make sure you engage with each other. We're going to keep the energy high. Just like Coach said, we're going to have positive vibes floating through what we do. And let's go ahead and get started. You ready, Coach?
Yes.
All right. So today I'm sitting down with Coach Mean Reen. And let me tell you, this is going to be a good one. If you've ever tuned into her channel, you already know she brings the energy, the motivation. Look at her. First thing she did when she got on the stage, she can't help it. She can't help it. She do the real talk about fitness and life, but there's so much more to her than just workouts. She built this whole vibe around not just getting fit, but really challenging how you approach your health and mindset. So let's just think about that for a minute. And today we're going to be digging just a little bit deeper, and we're going to be talking about what motivates her beyond the gym, how her perspective on health and life has evolved, and even some fun stuff too, because we ain't going to keep it all serious and stuff the whole time. But we do want to know more about Coach because she's pretty deep, and I think we need to go deep with her. So what we're going to do is go ahead with the first question. Tell me, the first question, always typical question, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel, and how long has your journey been on here for you?
So I'll start with the easy part. I started my channel in 2021, and I was inspired by a YouTuber who is actually pretty big now. She has over 200K. But when I started watching her, she had, I think, less than 5K. And her name is Gina Janine. She's a vlogger. And I saw her doing vlogging, and I was like, what is this? What is this vlogging You just walk around with the camera and you have your own reality show. And I was like, I could do that. So that was the person that showed me that you can do something like that on YouTube. But the reason for my channel is just what I said at the beginning. I want people to start taking their fitness seriously and not looking at it as this thing, this big, heavy burden that you have to wear on your back, and look at it as a best friend that you just take along with you during life. So that's kind of the approach that I have about fitness. And that's why I started my channel.
All right. So you had some motivation from another YouTube content creator who you saw doing some things. And I've been talking to you. I need you to help me with my blogging because I definitely want to vlog my trip. But I wanted to look like a Coach Mean Reen / Trish, Homebody Trish / Kiss from Jay / you know what I'm saying? I want to build it up. All right. So make sure y'all drop some content on how to vlog. That would be great. But next question, because it ain't about me, it's about you. So we're going to keep it moving. You mentioned in your content that the reason that you do what you do is because you have been a big girl all your life. How did that shape your perspective on health and fitness?
Whoo, you girl, you asking the questions. Okay.
Let's go.
All right, y'all ready? So all my big girls in the chat that's watching either on my channel or on Queen's channel. You know, I don't know if you've been a big girl your entire life, but I have. I was a fat little kid when I was by the time I was in 5th grade, like when I was in 5th grade, I'm 46. So that puts it in perspective, like where I am, like when I talk about elementary school. So we used to have to line up to get weighed. Like what? So they would line us up and everybody else is getting on the scale and it's like 75 pounds and 80 pounds. And I hop myself on the scale, 150 pounds. I was a big 5th grader. I was big. Okay.
Wow.
And I've always been a larger girl. I've always been a larger girl. I come from a family, especially on my dad's side, of larger women. And that's just what it is. Like we juicy, you know?
Yeah.
So I remember the first time I went on a diet, and that was around that time. Like I was, I think I was in 6th grade, and I was like, I went to the doctor and I was 170 pounds. And the doctor turned to me and was like, "Do you want to be 200 pounds? The doctor." And I was like, "No, I don't want to be 200 pounds. But I didn't know how to diet. Like I come from a family that makes delicious food. My mom cooked a home cooked meal every night. When we would go to visit family, there was always food. There's food. I come from a Caribbean household. Jamaica, big up on yourself. So we eat, like that's what we do. And I just happen to be one of those people where the weight sticks. So I'll fast forward to when I started my journey with fitness. And the reason why, that was the question, right? Like, why do I do it? What motivates me? Is that was it?
Yeah. How did it shape your perspective on health and fitness?
Yeah. So I got to a space where I was very unhappy with my weight after I had my daughter. Like I got really large, and I looked in the mirror one day and I just wasn't happy with what I saw. So I decided to start working out. And I got on these yo-yo diets, like going up and down with the diet and up and down with my weight throughout the years. And so it developed what I do now, which is take the diet, ball it up like this, find the furthest garbage can you can find and toss it. You cannot diet. There is no quick fix. You can't do that, because when you do that, You gain the weight back, and it brings cousins. It brings its best friend, and then the cousins have kids.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're 100 pounds heavier than when you started the diet. So instead of dieting, I've learned to embrace just consistent effort, changing your diet, changing how you eat, period, cutting out the sugars, cutting out all the unhealthy foods, saying goodbye to McDonald's, saying goodbye to all of those fried foods, and really adopting a healthier lifestyle. And that's kind of how I adopted my lifestyle.
You was touching on some things because, honestly, when it come down to dieting, that's why I don't say I'm on a diet, because it's not. I mean, I guess it's in turn, if you want to use the terminology, it is a diet because it's the way that you eat. So it's your diet, but it's not a diet like, oh, I'm out here trying to lose 1,000,000 pounds in such and such amount of time. It's truly a lifestyle. It's how you function every day.
Right.
Now, that brings me to the next question. How long have you been on this journey of lifestyle? How long ago did you adopt this lifestyle?
About in 2017. I remember the day. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember it was a Tuesday and I had bent down to tie my shoes and I couldn't breathe. Like my belly was so big. When I bent down to tie my shoes, I lost my breath. And that day was in 2017. It was in November of 2017. And that day I said, enough is enough. And since that day, I've been consistent. I have not stopped. I have not fallen off. This is a consistent thing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm still on my journey and I will forever be on my journey.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. 2017 was a year for a lot of people for realization, no matter what the realization was. I don't know what was going on that year, but it definitely, my life changed in that year too. Not health-wise, but definitely a change. Now, I'm going to, I was looking at, of course, your content. You know what I do. In that, there was a video. It was an earlier video. It says, spend the weekend with me, celebrating life. Since that video, how has your content evolved over time?
Well, what? I don't even remember the video.
Hey, girl, no.
Spend the weekend with me. What was I doing? Do you remember?
You was at the weekend. I don't remember because I watched so many content. I'm probably going to roll it into something else. I'm going to roll it into something else. I didn't make a note of what it is because I thought if I said it, it definitely was. It's a way back. Way back.
Yeah, I got 319 videos.
Okay, so let's do this. Instead of using that particular video, because I mean that was one of the foundational background videos. So instead of using the video per se, since the beginning of when you started till now, how could you say your content evolved? Let's use it that way.
So, well, I started off doing vlogs. Like I've always kind of done that. But I would say, well, I've gotten better equipment and I've gotten more comfortable in front of the camera. And my music for sure has gotten better, like in the videos, and just getting more of a better understanding of the story I'm trying to tell in my vlog, because each vlog is a story. So if you guys follow me and you've been watching my videos, like you'll see now, like even if I'm doing a video about me going to work for the day, it's boring. Like just going to work is boring, right? But I try to add like the Coach Mean Reen effect to the video, so, and I've gotten more comfortable with that and more comfortable in front of the camera for sure. I could say that, but the content itself is pretty much the same. I mean, I'm just showing my daily life and incorporating fitness in there somewhere, whether it be jump rope, whether it be me going to the gym, or whether it be my classes. But I'm sure you're going to ask me about that. So I'm not going to go into that yet.
I got it. Got it all. I got it all. Okay. So now you're now declare yourself. So when you started out doing this was a you thing, not necessarily thinking that you would be coaching others or even doing your own fitness class like you do, right? Tell me at what point did you think or did you implement or want to implement being a coach for others?
I was doing that before YouTube.
Oh, were you?
But you're breaking up a little bit.
Tell me about it.
I started my fitness business. Oh, I started my fitness business in 2019, and my fitness business is called The Zone Fitness. Get into the zone. You feel me? Where my zone gang at? If you are from the zone gang, drop hashtag zone gang in the chat right now. Light it up.
I want to see
Purple
it. I want to
hearts,
see it.
Zone
Light
gang.
it up. Light it up.
Light it up, zone gang. So before I even started getting to the zone, yeah, I see. Yeah, let's go, zone gang. Where y'all at? Before I even started YouTube, I started my fitness business because, like I said, like fitness is life, and I want to bring fitness to people that didn't think that they could work out, people that didn't think that they could do this. A lot of people, I hear it every day. Oh, coach, you do the most. You do the most. Oh, I can. I hear that all the time. And I always say to you, you can do what you believe you can do, period. But I started my fitness business in 2019 before the pandemic. And when I started my fitness business, I was doing personal training in person, like going to the gym with people and teaching them how to work out at the gym. And then the pandemic came. So I had to figure out what I was going to do. So I started researching how to do workouts on Zoom so that I could still see people. And I'm seeing the zone gang. That's what I'm talking about.
They all be in there.
Gang, gang. Let's go.
Gang.
So I started doing the fitness classes in October 2020 during the pandemic. And I've been doing them ever since. So I started that before I started YouTube. I started YouTube once, I told you, once, I got introduced to vlogging from Gina Janine.
Okay. And so
yeah, I've been doing the classes now. I'm an old pro at those classes.
So you was doing the virtual thing a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. Since 2020.
Yeah. And I heard you talk about this thing, this is not like any of my, we just talking, we just kicking it. So I heard you in one of your videos talking about you, you set it up because you make people are more comfortable working out from the comfort of their own home and things like that. I think that's genius. I love that. I just want you to know, I'm committing right here on the live. I'm gonna have to try to figure out involved. I hope. And I say that to say, because your class is at 7 p.m. and I don't get off the plantation till 7:30. So that's the only reason. Other than that, I would be tapped in. Trust me, because I'm a supporter. That's what I do. Y'all know that's what I do. That's what I do. Are you locked in, everybody? Are you locked in? Tap in. Hashtag are you locked in?
So just speaking to that, just so other people that may be a block for them, they're like, they don't want to work out in the evening, or they can't make it for 7 o'clock classes. The way that I set up the business is you can either be in a live class with me, or I have all of my classes are filmed because it's on Zoom, so you can record. So all of my classes are recorded, and I have a library of hundreds of workouts. So you can either lock in to a subscription for the live classes, you can lock in for a subscription for the live classes and the recorded classes, or you can just do a package where you only do recorded classes because you like to work out in the morning. So you don't have to be in the live class to get this work. You can get this work at any time, at any day.
But I don't get the full effect of Coach Mean Reen being like, tuck that stomach in, even though you're not going to directly say it to the person. You'll be like, make sure y'all tuck in your stomach. It's going to be me, because I'm going to be like, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be like Stephanie was on that video today. Did y'all see her? She was doing, was it P90X or that old school thing?
Where's Stephanie's in here?
Yeah, Stephanie in here.
Hi, Stephanie.
I'm going to be like Stephanie. I'll be worse than Stephanie. Stephanie was kicking it. She was going. She was good, keeping it up. But y'all all motivate me. I appreciate it. My little walking, it's okay. It's okay. But I still be that big girl, But it's okay. It's okay. It take a little longer that way. I think if I, like you said, get some weights in there, start doing a little bit more cardio, I'll be all right. But I used to do that so long ago that, I think I got, what do you call it? That trauma behind it. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do that. But I do. I subconsciously, I do want to do it, but I don't. But, Kiss from Jay say, do your big one. I know that's right, sis. All right. So now let's keep it going. Everybody, if you are not tapped into my guest, Coach Mean Reen, make sure you tapped in. She's going to drop her link in the chat right now for you. And make sure you double tap the screen and like the live. We're going to go ahead and keep going. And tell me this. So nothing seems to keep you from your workouts. Nothing. You just recently went to Jamaica, and even while in Jamaica, you were doing sessions with actually live sessions and doing your own thing, showing us in the blog that you were working out every day. How do you keep yourself going like that, where you that balance, where you're always implementing that? You on mute. You on mute. Are you on the mic? Are you on the mic? Turn the mic off. You on mute. Can you hear me? It says, when I try to unmute you, it says, can't unmute your guest. Their mic is not connected. Absolutely, she is. Look at BFF. I can attest to nothing stopping her. That's what I'm talking about, hubby. Let's do it. She's going to come back in a minute, though. I don't know why it's not coming up. Leave and come back. Leave and come back. I'm going to kick you out. Ah, got you. There you go.
Yes. Now ask the question again, because I done forgot.
Me too. About 5 seconds. All right, so here we go.
I see people in the chat talking about they coming to class. Don't tell me that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. She gonna be expecting y'all too. She she hold accountability hard. Just y'all seen what she did to Crystal on her own live. She got Crystal going on her own live. Okay. So the question was, when you went to Jamaica, you were on your dream trip. You liked going there. You said you love it, but you still worked out every day. What was the motivation? And I see you do that in a lot of different videos. No matter what you were doing, you still implemented the workout. How do you keep that balance? What pushes you to that level? Is it just, I'm not gonna give you no options, but what is it that does that? And BFF says nothing stops you. Nothing.
And he with me all the time, so he knows it's real. So before 2017, I've been on 1,000,001 different types of workout programs. I used to do boot camps really heavy. And what what I did back then was I would go really hard for a long time and then stop. And then go hard again for another long time and then stop. And I can't tell you what made me stop, why I stopped, but I would stop. So now, when I started in 2017, I told myself, I'm not ever going to stop again. So whether it be I go on vacation, that's normally, what I do. I go on vacation. When I'm on a trip, when I got a lot going on, when I don't feel like it, when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when stupid Aunt Flo comes to visit, when I had COVID. Ooh, can we say that? When I had the C word once.
Don't get me wrong.
I still did class with the C word. We're not the same. We are not the same. But that's it. It's just, I'm not ever going to stop again. Period. And a lot of times people stop because, oh, I had a lot going on, or oh, I was so stressed out. But I look at working out as the stress reliever. Can I get an amen? It's the stress reliever. It is what makes you feel better. When you are having those times when you don't feel good, when you work out, you feel empowered, you feel strong, you feel like you have control of something. So I just don't stop.
You know what, girl? You is talking to me. Come on, coach the queen. Get a queen to medicine.
Even on vacation, and people think I'm nuts. They think I'm crazy.
You hit it on the head. Let me tell you why you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head because it's always that time when you give yourself permission. And I always say, because it's permission that we give ourselves, I'm not going to do it today. But then you say, but you know what? The next day come when you're supposed to do it, and you be like, I'll get to it tomorrow.
Right.
But you were so lax days ago with it, the past 2 days, it end up being a week. And then you don't jump back on it because you don't even feel that same motivation that you felt before. I'm telling you, I do it all the time and I still do it. And guess what? The advice you just gave right now, coach, is you have to say you not going, it's forever.
You know why? You know why?
You got to know
what you're doing is you're conditioning yourself. Like, this is where the social work in me kicks in, and all those psychology classes kick in. I don't know if you guys know who Pavlov is, but he did a test with dogs and he taught them how to react to something with cues, right? So same thing with you and working out, right? So if you tell yourself, if you don't feel good today and you give yourself grace. I hate that saying. Give yourself, because people turned it into giving yourself excuses. That's what, to be real, people have turned it into, I'm going to give myself 1,000,000 excuses why I can't. So if you do that and you don't feel well and you say, oh, I don't feel so good today, so I'm not going to do it today. Then every time I don't feel so good, guess what you're not going to do? Work out.
Right, then, because you gave yourself permission the last time.
Then, for us ladies, once a month, we get a visitor from the mean, wicked witch. So when she comes to town, right, then you're going to be like, oh, I can't work out this week because I can't, right? And then the next month, so that's a whole week every month that you're not going to work out because you've given yourself grace and permission not to work out. Then it turns into, why can't I stay consistent? That's why. Because you're giving yourself way too much grace.
That's it. Jenna says, if you know Reen on a personal level, you know she is not going to stop this time. She is there. She is committed and she's never turning back. She now has people that depend on her for the classes. And accountability is 100% like how we talk about consistency on YouTube. This is what you got to do. Accountability, it's about your health, you got to be accountable. I talk about health on a different realm, about what you put into your body. I mean, I know you talk about that as well, but I'm not on the physical side of it. Like, I walk, that's what I do. You work out. You make it happen. All right. So it's a little bit of difference there, but you know what? That's what I think, that, that's that balance. I feel like we yin and yang, I'm here for it. I'm here because I know that I can do a whole lot with just what I put in my mouth every day. I mean, I can release a lot that way, but I'm not building up, like you said, that muscle with the weights. That makes so much sense when you say that, so, she talks about using weights to build up your muscle. Matter of fact, she on the platform, I'm talking in third person, like she's not sitting right here. Tell us about the weights, since we own it.
Oh, the weight. Wait, but before that, can we table that? There was a question. I saw someone ask, Tia Matt. She asked, what can I do at 55 years old?
Hold on, let me go. Yeah, that's my sister.
You see her? Can you put her question up?
We twins. Here we go.
Yes. She said, where do you recommend women over 55 start at if they have never worked out before? Hi, Tia. So, my name is Coach Mean Reen. Have we met? We have not met. Well, we're meeting now. So, my mom, I don't know if I think she's in here somewhere. I think I saw her, is 70 years old. And she works out in my classes every day, Monday through Thursday. She comes and she works out. She does the best she can. And when she first started, she was 68 and she had never worked out. She did work. I can't say never. She was walking. She was doing exercises like that, but she had never worked out with me. Okay. And when she came to the classes, she was either 67 or 68 years old. And she came and she started where she could. So to answer your question, I saw a lot of people saying walk in the chat. Yes, you can definitely walk. Walking is a great exercise. But to tie into what Queen was asking about weight and about working out the way that I do, is walking is great for cardiovascular health. It's great to get your blood pumping, your body moving, all of that stuff. That's great. But weights, ladies, if you use weights, let's start with what everybody likes to talk about, and then I'll get into the actual benefits of weights. When you lift weights, and you've lost a bunch of weight, right? And you've only walked, you're going to be saggy everywhere. You will not have the muscle tone. Your booty gonna sag. Your belly gonna sag. Your arms gonna sag. Your woman area up top is gonna sag. Your things is gonna be like this here. They're gonna be like that. Okay? If you lift weights, you are creating a natural body lift with the weights. Now, I'm not talking about, when I say weights, let me back up. When I say weights, I'm not talking about 2-pound weights, 5-pound weights. I'm talking about 10 and better. I'm talking about lifting weights. Okay. When you lift weights, you develop a lot of muscle mass. Like you increase your muscle mass, and that develops a nice toned round mound. Your booty will no longer be a pancake. You're going to raise it, lift it, and it's going to be nice and round like an English pound. All right. So that's the surface stuff. Like that's the surface stuff.
Woo.
But really what lifting weights does is it turns your body into a calorie burning machine. Like you can burn a lot of calories even if you don't work out for 3 days. Like let's say you take a break, your body is still burning muscles. I'm sorry, burning calories. I'm looking at the chat. The chat is like,
oh yeah, it's always
going
like that. You just on this side of it, but it's always like that. That's why I have time I miss what be going on because I'm zoomed in on you. Because I mean, I feel like you talking to me,
so,
right? So,
and also the other thing that it does is it helps you to build strong bones, especially for us ladies as we age. Osteoporosis is a real thing, and we can start breaking bones and all kinds of stuff if you're not working out and using weights. So if you lift weights, if you're using weights, you're building strong muscles, and that strong muscle will help to make your bones stronger as well. So those are some of the things that are really important about lifting weights, in addition to your gait. If you notice, ladies and gentlemen too, men, everybody, human beings, as we age, right? You notice if an older person, they're walking and they're how they walk. When you mimic an old person walking, how do you walk? You turn, you turned over, you're shuffling. Mm-hmm. The reason for that is, one, they don't have the muscle tone in their booty. I'll use the regular terms like that so everybody can understand, right? I am a Martian. Okay, Martians too elevated.
Elevated be on a whole nother.
He be on his own.
And I clicked that by mistake, but that was right on time.
Muscle tone in your booty, like if you develop stronger muscles in your butt, it helps you to stand upright, in addition to improving your core strength. So not just doing sit-ups, but doing standing core exercises, doing exercises with stability balls, doing exercises with weighted balls, doing all kinds of planks and all of that kind of stuff. That helps to build a stronger core and a stronger booty. And you won't develop that old people shuffle. You'll still walk upright when you get old, because we trying to be juicy in our old age. Hello, somebody.
That's how I want to always be like, this feel good when you sit up like this. But
when you can sit up, and when your booty, when you have muscle tone in your booty, when you have muscle tone in your arms, you're able, and then also, I always talk about this in class too, being able to defend yourself and being strong enough, because women tend to have we tend to be weak in our upper body. We don't do push-ups. We don't do that. We don't want to lift weights because we all think that we're going to be bulky like a bodybuilder, but that's just not true. That's just not true. You're not going to ever be a bodybuilder unless you're training to be a bodybuilder.
All right.
So pick the weights up.
Trish said she gets some 20-pound weights.
All right, Trish, and then take those 20-pound weights. Go over to my channel. Click on the link where it says right here. There's a link right here. It says Instagram and one more link, right? That one more link will take you right to where you sign up for my Zoom classes. Sign up and I'll see you in class. 7 p.m.
There you go. 7 p.m. And then she gave me, you see how she was like, okay, so Queen want to say she work on the plantation, but I got to wait for her to still work out. And
I created
I didn't even hold you up. I already been all over the website. I already knew that.
I created the model so that there are no more excuses. You don't like going to the gym? Great. Work out at home with me.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Work out with Coach. She letting you know she got the juice over there. She about to run it up. Y'all see how she be looking on those part of her vlogs where I be like, oh my gosh, what did she do the whole doggone session? If this was she doing in this little bit of excerpt right here, she had a ball in the air with her legs up in the air, her legs behind her head. I be like, okay. This is called plus size fitness. Shouldn't we be doing something a little bit more conservative with our plusness?
And that's the other thing. That's the other reason why I show my stuff. because there's that stigma of if you're a larger woman, you're plus size, right? So plus size fitness should look a certain way. This is plus size fitness. Them legs can go all the way up here. I can do all of the exercises the small girls can do. You can still be fit. You can still be in shape, even if you are a larger girl.
So what she's saying is you can be fit and thick. Ow! Let's go. Plus size it is. Hey, I don't even mind wearing that title, being in that kind of fitness.
Yeah, you be fit, you be nice, and you know what I mean? Sure.
Ow! I do know. I done been there so many times and fell off. I know exactly what you mean. That's why I'm telling you, when you say what you're saying, like you can't quit. Because that's the key. You can't quit. Because if you see how many times I said I've been there. This ain't new to me. This ain't new. I'm just talking to you about it because I need a little bit more. I just need some weight on it. I need to put some weight on it. All right, y'all. So if y'all loving this conversation so far, and let me know in the chat with some purple hearts, because I found out today that Coach's favorite color is purple, hence the background and the words highlighted on the screen. So throw me some purple hearts if you loving the chat, if you loving this conversation. And if you vibing with Coach and her insight, check out her channel. She's getting ready to drop it in the chat right now. And make sure you click on there. If you're not connected with her, make sure you connect and check her out. And for everyone else that's in the chat, make sure you're hitting that like button. And if you and all those that's viewing that's not in the chat, I should say, make sure you hit that like button. Share the live. And when you share the live, make sure you put down "Are you locked in?" hashtag on there when you share in the live, so we can find that share. All right. So I appreciate y'all. So all right, let's keep it going. Next up, we're gonna have some questions because it's a lot of stuff that she covered in the one sitting. So we're gonna be skipping all about, but it looks like we're gonna have a conversation up in here. It ain't gonna just be interview questions, which I like because this is my sis. I feel like we should just be able to sit back, talk, kick the game. And I know y'all enjoying it.
I'm not nervous anymore.
Yeah, see, there you go. I know you're not, because you didn't put it all out there. All right. Now, 2 more questions on that side of things. What's your go-to pep talk when your clients hit a mental wall? You kind of tapped into it, but let's identify it as that.
What do I say? I say a lot of things. It really depends on the person. But the thing that I always go back to is why did you start doing this? Why did you come to class to begin with? Or I also have one-on-one clients. And for them, same thing. I ask them why, what is your why? Why are you doing this? And then I take them back to the first day. I always say this, and I say this throughout class as well, is I like when we do something really difficult or the class was really hard, I say to them, what is your what? Like, do you remember the first day you came to class and you did that exercise or you couldn't do that exercise? And look at you now. That is what consistency does. You don't start at the top. Like sometimes when we go to the gym or on social media, and same thing when we talk about our YouTube channels, but we're focusing on fitness right now. So what happens is you look at someone else and you compare yourself to someone else, and that makes you feel less than. Don't do that. Compare you to you. What you did last week as opposed to what you're doing this week. Don't look at someone else's year 7 and compare it to your day 1. And that's kind of what I say in some form. And it might be yelling a little bit. Sometimes I yell. I think that's why they call me Mean Reen.
You gotta get your face
a little bit mean.
Get closer.
Me? Oh,
Yeah, you know how you do. That's the Mean Reen. She get up in that camera and be like,
somebody said I'm Mean Reen.
Mean Reen.
I don't know.
Mean
I think
Reen.
you know where that name came from for real. Like, well, with the fitness stuff, I don't. But you guys probably know this already, just from what I said. I do not want to hear I can't. Period. Like, I don't want to hear that. When people say I can't, like the hairs on the back of my head stand up. Like this stands up. I like, what do you mean you can't? Like, I don't understand. When you say I can't, you're already defeated. And if you're sick and tired of being in the body that you're in, then it's either you're going to live your life with regret or you're going to do something about it. Period. Like, there's no, period. I can't, my age, I never.
Always an excuse.
You start day one where you are, and if you stay consistent, that can't will turn into I am.
I am.
That's it.
I am. And
you know, go ahead, Elevator, talking about I'll type I can't. Oh, you're gonna get deleted.
Elevator gonna get you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get timed out. I'm gonna get Nightbot on you. I'm gonna get Nightbot on you, just like he got on Brit right now.
Stephanie says she don't like that. No, I do not like when people say I can't, because I feel like you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to be the person that believes in yourself the most. And if you don't believe in yourself, how is anybody else going to believe in you? Like, how? If you're always saying, I can't, I have a condition, I have asthma, I have bad knees, I have a back problem, I don't like working out.
You have it because you say you got it. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You say you have it because you say you got it. I think we speak so much over our lives. We always say, I can't do it because I have that situation. No, you don't do that to yourself. You're gonna speak yourself right into a grave. Let's see here. Let me quit speaking. But I'm sorry, I need to so I can see the chat. I can't see the chat. Okay, our chat is blowing up over here. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all double liking the live on both channels. Because they're both popping. I got Coach over here, and I got me over here. I got me right here, and I got Coach right there. Let's go. All right, so let's keep it going, y'all. All right, so now, Let's lighten it up just a little bit. Before we do, though, what legacy do you hope to leave behind, not just in fitness, but in life?
Like, you mean, so at my funeral, what people are going to say about me? So first, before we say, I'm fine with talking about that. I mean, we all gonna die. Not to bring the mood down, but it's just a reality, and it's really about like what did you do while you were here, right? So, what I would want is people to say that she never gave up, ever. Like, she never gave up, and now that she's gone, I'm never gonna give up. I'm going to take on the torch of not giving up and persevering no matter what happens, no matter what I go through. I'm going to never give up. That's pretty much it. And then, you know what? Like, for me anyway, when I'm no longer here, I do not want to be buried. I want to be cremated, and I want my ashes spread in the Grill, Jamaica.
Let's go, sis.
Was that too morbid?
Let's go. No, that's beautiful. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid to talk about death.
You can't be afraid of death because it's going, like, that's just not living in reality. We're not going to be here forever.
I live in reality. That's what I'm saying, because I live in reality. Because what did I tell you? I function off of what? Nature. And what is natural? You're born and you're going to die. The time is just the only thing that you don't know. That's it.
And while we're here, we have to live in our purpose. And I believe my purpose is to motivate and inspire. And I'm tapping into that and I'm honing in on that. I want you to hear my voice in your head when you're laying in that bed and you don't want to get up and do that workout. I want you to be like, Dad, man, this cold. Why she always in my face? Like, get out of here. I want you to hear my voice like, oh, you just gonna lay there. But you said you was starting to work out today. What happened? You just gonna lay there. You keep looking at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see, but you just gonna lay there and not do nothing about it. That's what I want you to hear in your head. Get up.
Okay, so
for real, get up.
I think I would if you was always yelling, get up. I'll probably hear you. I'm gonna hear you anyway. I'm gonna hear you saying, with those excuses, those reasons. You know what I mean? Every time I go to do something, you're gonna be the me that I am to Zoe, because Zoe always mentioned me in his videos, like, well, Queen, what would Queen say if she knew I was eating this? What would Queen say? I'd be like, okay. But that means you have an impact, though. You know what I mean? And that's really why I'm out here, because I want to impact. I know I do a lot of different things. I'm going to be on different realms, like even in this interview, but this is my lane right here. I love fitness. That's why most of the questions is around fitness. It's around her mindset of fitness, what brings her to the place, how she gets her motivation. That's why it's that. So in a way, I guess you could say I was kind of selfish in the questions that I asked, but I asked because this is her too, though. You know what I mean? But we're going to flip it around a little bit and ask, what non-fitness related goal you working towards right now?
Non-fitness related goal I'm working towards right today is becoming a travel agent. Well, I did become a travel agent. I'm working on building that business.
Yes.
A travel agent business. And also YouTube. YouTube. I will be growing this channel and I really want to build a strong community with my channel. I want people to get on their fitness life, like for real, but not only fitness, because I incorporate that in everything I do. That's why I just named the channel the way that I did, because it's just you following me on my journey, So I want to build my YouTube channel and of course become a monetized channel, but not only just a monetized channel. I want my channel to have an impact. My channel will have an impact. You have to speak it, right? You can't. Oh, I don't want to say the word I was going to say. Let me think of a nicer word. Like, has anyone seen Lean on Me? Anyone? Do you remember the scene when they were on the roof and Joe Clark said to the little boy, well, he said, do you smoke crack? But that's not that part. He said, if you want to do something, if you want to unalive yourself, do it expeditiously. Don't mess around with it. So same. Don't mess around with it. Say it. Say what you mean and do that. So I want to build my channel. I want to build my travel business. Those are the two major things that I'm working on right now today that are not fitness related.
All right. So y'all hear that? We get ready to travel, y'all. We get ready to have a Are You Locked In travel party. Let's go. We're going to have a powwow. I love it. You going to put it together, Coach?
Oh, yes. It's coming.
Okay. Y'all heard it right here first, exclusively on Queen's Alchemy. 22 questions, collab and grow with Coach Mean Reen. Again, tap in with my sister if you loving her conversation, because I'm loving it. And if you locked in, type in "Are you locked in the chat. Just type it one time because you know Nightbot acting crazy. But go ahead and type that in. Are you locked in? Are you locked in? Are you locked in? All right, and we're gonna keep it moving. All right, and then do you think the fitness on a different level? Do you think the fitness industry put too much focus on appearance over health?
Yes, I think that, and I think that that's partially because it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and aesthetics is always a thing, right? So people are attracted to what they're attracted to, and everybody's in the grand scheme of things, people have like a view of what healthy looks like. And what is that? Like, if people just think to yourself, what if you looked at someone and said, oh, they're healthy? It's normally someone that is slimmer, that has like a really small frame, and they're slim and they're not large, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't talk too much or not enough about health. So we're promoting in the fitness space, and this is no offense to anybody. Okay, because I keep it real. If you don't know, please, guys, I keep it real, and I speak my truth, and I speak from the heart. So if I'm saying something, I should have said this in the beginning, but I'm saying it now. If I say something and you are currently using said thing, I'm not speaking directly to you. I'm just speaking from my point of view. What the fitness arena has done now with people that are struggling with their weight, and this gives me a lot of emotion, so I'm going to calm down. What they have done now is they've created several band-aids for people that are struggling with their weight. One of those band-aids is what? The shot. And there's 1,000,001 types of shots. But prior to the shot, it was the pill. I'm not saying any names of anything. I don't know what YouTube, I don't want the live to get, taken down. So you guys know, if I say the shot, the old shot, I'll say that. Does everyone kind of know what I'm talking about? I hope so. And then before that, there were diet pills. There were all of those things, right? So if you've been a heavier person your entire life, you've probably tried diet pills. You've probably tried or are currently on the old shot or some other form of it. And to answer your question, those things are not, they're not really promoting health. It's just promoting the ideal look that they think fitness is, right? Or healthy is, which is smaller. They just want you to lose weight, but no one is being taught how to maintain that weight loss. And that's the healthy part, is the maintenance, doing it and keeping it off, not just getting it off. And that's what the focus is always on, the getting it off. And that's not it. Like, great, you lose 100 pounds. How many in the chat can raise their hand and say, I've lost a good amount of weight and gained it right back? What they say? Right, gained it right back quick. Like, you turn around, the weight came back. It's tapping you on the shoulder, like, hey, here I am. It comes right back. Mm-hmm. And that's my issue with those things, is you're still not being taught. You're still not learning maintenance. You're learning, get this weight off. And that's not healthy, in my opinion. All it's doing is creating that yo-yo in a different way. And now these drugs that they've come up with have a lot of side effects that worry me. And I'm thinking about long-term effects. And is that healthy? Are the long-term effects of taking these shots healthy? We don't know. We won't know for another 10 to 15 years. And what they do is what's the word? They target people that have struggled with their weight. right? And that's a pain point for them. So they're like, oh yes, here comes the magic thing that I'm going to be able to use that's going to get this weight off of me, this burden off of me that I've been struggling with my whole life. But then they get let down because honestly, it's just another Band-Aid. It's not going to sustain you and get that weight off and keep it off. And again, I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm just speaking from someone that has struggled with weight my entire life. And I've been asked, when I went to the doctor and I was having issues and struggling, the doctor wanted to put me on it. And I was like, let me research this shot and see what they talking about. Let me tell you something. When I saw in the fine print, you have to take out your magnifying glass for this. In the very fine print of those medications, one of the things that popped out to me is that it can cause stomach paralysis and pancreatic cancer. So, I mean, not to say that everyone that takes a shot, some people will be fine, but what? So it's either you stay heavy or you get like what? Like I didn't understand why. And then I've heard of quite a few people that have suffered from the stomach paralysis. And what that means is just that your stomach stops working. Your stomach stops working. So how can that be healthy? And that is what is being promoted in the fitness realm right now, right? How many of you have heard of these shots? Like they're all over the place. I went to the airport and they had ads for these shots in the airport.
On the jumbotrons in the airport.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like your stomach stops working. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen to everyone. That's not what I'm saying. But any drug that is a side effect, how can that be?
Other side effects. If that's what they're putting out there, there's other side effects too that's not known.
Not saying, or it's not known. Like we don't know the long-term effects. And then on top of that,
which means that's a short-term effect because they only studied it for however long. Right.
And it's just very that really worries me about that because I know that weight loss is not easy. And you know, people look at me and they see me working out on vacation and they're just like, I could never. But you see that I could never thing that you're doing? That's why you're not able to. So the first thing you have to do, I'm talking to somebody right now. I don't know who, but somebody. The one thing that you have to do is stop saying those things that you're saying to yourself. Stop. Like you're telling yourself, I can't. Before you even try, you're saying, I can't. I won't. I'm too old. Before you even try it. And then you got to get real about what you're eating. But that's a whole nother conversation. Because y'all be like, I'm on a diet, but you eating 2,000 chips at midnight.
Yeah. You talking to a whole lot of people now. Because you know, that's the thing. And I mean, you talking to a lot of people because I'm thinking about the people that's on this chat. Most of them are rocking with me and we on lives. And you can't tell me that you don't have the munchies while you sitting there and I'm kikiing on this side and you kikiing over there. And then you like, oh, let me grab this and grab whatever. And you be sitting there like, quickly. You ain't want to grab
eating thousands of calories.
You ain't want to grab no apple or no orange or no pear. Like for instance, look at me, I'm about to bam. Ow! What's at my reach? Not no chips. But that's what you need to have at your reach. You need to only have what's available for you. If you got the chips in the house, then you are already catering to that habit that you know that you shouldn't have. I don't care if you have other people in your household. Tell them to take their stuff in their room. If they buying chips, candy bars, muffins, and all that, and it's for them, tell them to take it with them so that when you go in the kitchen, you're not like on your cell phone, like, hey, I'm gonna have one of your muffins, okay? No, because that's what you would do. I'm talking to y'all because I know me. My son is here in the house with me. He'll tell you. He'll have some cheeses on the thing, and I'll be like, I'm like, a few won't hurt. And that's that permission thing. One more time, you giving yourself permission. As soon as you start putting that stuff in your
And you
body,
know you ain't gonna eat no few.
because I'm gonna be like, get me a
few
bowl.
gonna be half the box.
I'm get me a bowl and pour them in there and be like, then go back and be like, I'm just gonna get a few more, okay?
Get a whole nother bowl.
The key is to have them put that stuff in their room. I mean, you can't control what somebody else is gonna put in their body, but put it away from where you are, is a mutual area. That's all I'm saying. And you're talking about that shot, the shot that I heard about this shot originally because it was for pre-diabetics. Right. That's what I heard when I first heard about it. It went from pre-diabetics.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about
no, but they're not even promoting it to pre-diabetics
and they're heavy,
anymore.
And the doctor's like, hey, do you want to try the O shot or the W shot or the whatever the heck it's called now? All these different variations.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you that's what it was promoted to as a pre-diabetic medication. That's where I first seen it. That's where I heard it, and it was introduced to someone that I know as a pre. Then the next thing I know, all over the internet, everywhere, people doing it. I was like, I'm so confused. Is this the same thing? And it was the same thing. So how did they remarket it into a weight loss? You get what I mean? Like that's
right. Because they saw people losing weight. People were losing weight on it. And they were like, ding, 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 cha-ching. No, not ding, ding, ding. They were like, cha-ching, ching, ching.
Cha-ching, yeah, cha-ching.
That's all it's about, is the money. It's money.
About the money.
But I wanted to touch on snacks again. Because the other thing that they're doing to us, or they're doing, is they're creating so-called healthy snacks. Okay? It's all junk. The veggie chips, veggie straws, the all of those, the protein bars, the granola bars, the this, the that, all of that stuff is packed with foolishness. And it's going to frustrate you because you're eating that thinking you're eating healthy, because it says no GMO, it says no sugar added, it says no added fat, it says low fat, all of that stuff, all of that processed stuff with all those big letters that say healthy. Hey, look, come eat me, come eat me. No, it's not. It's not healthy. Yeah. And what it's going to do is make you very upset. Like, it's really going to upset you because you think you're eating healthy and you're eating that stuff, and then you end up eating that stuff a little extra because you're like, this is healthy. So you eat an extra helping of it, right? Because it's healthy. No, all they've done is figured out that, okay, people are on a healthy kick now. People want to eat healthy. So they've just changed how they package the same nonsense so that you buy it. And then you buy it not reading the labels, or you're reading the labels, but you're misreading the label. And you eat it, and then you're like, I'm eating healthier. Why am I not losing weight? Because you're not in a calorie deficit. You're still eating the same calories, but healthier. This right here means that it's not healthy, y'all. So don't think that she's saying this means. No, I'm right. These are my air quotes. Like, it's not. I know that. And some people be thinking like, okay, but if you're not looking. No, right. It's not healthier. It's not. But I'm not saying healthy. It's not healthier. And and that's just what I was saying. Y'all remember that video I did on, again, this is not me, but I did the same type of thing she's talking about, where I talked about read the labels, but I also was talking about, even when it says is, this vegan or plant-based things, that people associate healthy with vegan and plant-based, and it's really not true. So you have to know what you know. It's not true. That stuff is absolutely horrendously horrible. I had some people come in the chat with me one time and tell me that that they had type 1 diabetes and high blood pressure, and they
I ate vegan before, and I got type 1 diabetes and high blood pressure. And I said to myself, that's because you were buying that processed stuff off of the shelf.
out in the store.
And right, were you? My question immediately was like, were you eating whole foods or were you eating the processed stuff that you buy? Right, because that's not going to happen if you eat fruits and vegetables. I'm sorry, I don't think that that's going to happen unless you have some kind of problem or an issue that's tied behind something different. You know, I can't speak to that, but my experience is you don't get it that way. But you know, you can be a junk food vegan. Understand that.
You can gain weight. You can become a vegan and gain weight.
Okay. So y'all see me, y'all know how I eat, and y'all see I'm a big girl. So it's like it's a journey. Like you just ain't like how Coach say, this ain't something that you just do. So sometimes I want the same stuff, you know, I want that fried chicken. So I might fry me a mushroom that may remind me of some chicken, or I might eat some French fries that, you know, I might make them myself, but they're still potatoes. And you get what I'm saying? That's fried. It's the same thing. It ain't no different because it is different because it didn't come from McDonald's. That's for sure. We ain't gonna lie about that. All right. So you know, let's give Supreme his view. Man, I guess I just died with the barbecue sandwich in my mouth. We getting you right. We're gonna get you right, Supreme. We getting you right. All right. So now, everybody, we're gonna continue on here. Remember to like the live. Make sure you sharing the live. Y'all dying out on me. Y'all, we got 34 people in the chat. I mean, on the screen here. Double tap the live. Make sure you double tap in the live and liking the live. Okay, here we go. Now, how if someone could only adopt one healthy habit from you, what would you want it to be?
Working out.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
working out consistently. I want everybody in the whole world to do that. We focus a lot on diet, and of course, diet is very important. And they normally say diet is 80% of. I don't agree with that. I think it's a marriage. I think it's a healthy marriage between diet and exercise. You need 50% good diet, 50% working. Like you have to do both. You on a even plane. So consistent. If I could give one gift to everybody in this world, it would be the gift of consistent exercise. Everybody, not just doing it when you feel
you
like
get consistent exercise.
You get consistent exercise.
I know that's right, sis. All right, so what is the wildest fitness trend you've ever tried or would never try?
Well, we just talked about one.
Well, I mean, that's
them
not
shots. So
that's
never, ever. But
fitness, like,
let me see. Like, you mean like a work, like, so those trends that you see like on Instagram and on TikTok. I'm never really on TikTok, so it's just stuff that I see from TikTok. Like, you know, like when a fitness coach will do like weird push-ups, like they'll do a push-up backwards, then forwards, and sideways. And so I'm not doing that because you're gonna break somebody's ankle. I mean, sorry, somebody's wrist trying to do that. So maybe that. I mean, a fitness and as far as like a diet, I would never do like one of those the diet that what's her name did, Beyonce did, with the cayenne pepper and lemon drink, and you only drink that for like 10 days or something. I wouldn't do that.
That's a quick fix, huh? Maybe
it's a quick fix, and it's you're gonna get you know what I'm gonna say about that. You're gonna gain the weight back.
Yeah. But you know, people do that when they're in a hurry to fit into something. Like you said, it's more cosmetic than it is health conscious, being health about your health. I think if you focus on your health, then you will actually lose more weight than if you, or I should say, release more weight, because I definitely gonna lose it if you only focus. because you can always find that again. All right. So if you only had one workout that you could do for the rest of your life, what would it be? Strength training, cardio, yoga. Which one would you choose and why?
Strength training.
For the rest of your life.
Strength training, because you can do cardio-ish strength training. You can do more heavy lifting strength training. So definitely strength training. Why? Because I like to, because I want to keep it juicy. I want to keep it juicy. I want my stuff to be nice and tight, nice and round like an English pound. We want to keep them things from hitting the flow. We want to keep them up and not down. Okay, so we're gonna lift the weights.
All right, now. Do you do that in your class? The weights?
Oh, I'm crazy. I'm nuts in class, unfiltered. Right. And that's one of the reasons why I do it on Zoom, like privately, and not on YouTube. Like do YouTube live workouts. Firstly, there's another coach that's in class with me, and that is my playlist. My playlists are tea. Like I have great playlists. I love my music, and I love to play some good music while we work out. So I can't do that on YouTube the way that I would want to. So that's one of the reasons I started doing the classes on Zoom as opposed to doing it on YouTube. And then the other thing is I'm loud and unfiltered in class.
Ooh, I couldn't even imagine that, sis.
Yes, look at Rudolph said, nice and round like an English pound. Yeah. Yes, no lumps and no bumps. Hello, somebody.
Let's go. All right. Speaking of a playlist, what are the top 3 songs? If you could create a playlist with your dream work, if you could create a dream workout playlist, what are your top 3 songs?
Only 3?
That's it.
This is for Zone Gang. This is kind of an inside joke.
All right, y'all hear that?
If you come to class, you'll get this joke. The first song would be "Man Down" by Rihanna.
Man Down. I'm not familiar. You know, I don't know nothing. I'm writing it down so I can go back and listen
to it. Man Down by Rihanna. Just listen to the title of the song.
I listened to it.
Man Down. Man Down. All right. Down. And then, a second song would be, I don't know the name of this song, and I don't even know what the people are saying. It's a Latin song. I don't know the song. I don't know the name of the song.
Okay.
I can't really play it. It's gonna mess up the live. But that song, and then what would be a third song? What's that song by Beyonce? I cannot remember. Bigger by Beyonce. Bye, okay. Heather. Yes, Nature put it in the chat.
What was it?
Danza Karuro. That song. And the song Bigger by Beyonce.
Thank you, Heather, for joining the live. We appreciate you watching. And I see it, Danza Kuduro. Danza Kuduro.
So, all toxic songs. Oh
my gosh. All right, so let's see here.
That was an inside joke for the Zone Gang. They're probably rolling their eyes. They know why those songs were selected.
All right. And then what is the
So yeah,
most?
so my playlist is like a
I'm
part of the
sorry.
class. It's really important.
Yes, I know that. I knew that was a thing, but I was like, okay, she gonna have some top three. I don't know name three of them songs. Okay. She would say I probably know "Man Down" when I hear it because I don't know titles. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I just know the song when I hear it. Even when I was doing the little thing the other night, I didn't. I just played the song. I was like, oh, that's that song. I didn't even know the song. Now, what is your if you had any superpower to enhance your workouts, what would it be? And how would you use it? Did I lose you? Oh,
Superpower. Is there a superhero that's super flexible? So it would be
stretch,
like to be really
stretch
flexible.
man, stretch man. The one that be like all stretched
Yeah,
can
that
wrap
would be my
around you.
superpower.
That would be your that can stretch anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, what is the most adventurous
Yes.
activity you tried in your travels and would do again? Adventurous activity. I know you did some stuff before in Jamaica that you didn't do this time. Um, but in your travels, what are some of
I'm
the
not very okay, so I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of heights. So I will not zip line or any of that parasail. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
oh my.
The one thing that I did that I considered to be adventurous, not this time, but we did it last time, was snorkeling. And like we went out on a boat and we went way out into the ocean and we went snorkeling where your feet cannot touch, you can't stand up. Like, I mean, we're in like 20 feet of water. We went way out. That was the most adventurous thing I've ever done traveling. I like
Okay.
to explore and stuff like that, but I don't really think that's adventurous. When I think adventurous, I think like stuff involving heights
Yeah.
or like, that kind of, I don't really do that.
Not necessarily that, but just adventures for me would be
But that was
hiking through the
stepping outside of
mountains.
my comfort zone for sure.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was great though. It was really good to do that. The water, it was so like the fish that you see. Oh my gosh, like it was amazing. And then when you start thinking, I don't know if you guys do this, but I start thinking about like how vast the ocean is. And then I just, you just have a moment where you're just like, wow, God is real. Like God is real. Like for real, like seeing all of those fish and all of the life, like all of the life that's happening under the water, under the sea, all of
Yeah.
that life that's happening. It was amazing.
Life in general. Yes, absolutely. It is watching that looks like it's never ending ocean. It's all connected. It's all connected some way or another. It's so beautiful. I love it. I love the water though. When using that water, I was just like living vicariously through you. Like, oh my gosh, that water
Oh,
is beautiful. Ah.
I could go to Jamaica every month.
I
I
believe
love
you.
it.
I do want to go to the grill, so definitely. I just had a desire to do so, so I definitely want to do that. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going to be Stella very soon, and because I want to have my YN, see if I can hook that up. Let's see. And we're gonna let's see how many heads that go over. All right. What is your guilty pleasure snack that you'll never give up, no matter how fit you get?
Ice cream. I
Mm,
love ice cream.
all right.
Ice cream. But that's ice cream and chocolate cake.
Okay.
I love that.
So, how often would you have these snacks?
I can't tell you the last time I had ice cream and chocolate cake. Did I even have it in Jamaica when I was on vacation? I
I
don't.
don't
Did I
know,
have
but you was
chocolate
in
cake?
that
I don't
Aki,
think
and I
so.
was like, yes, give me some Aki. Then your mama made you some when you went to the cut. Like, I need to
So
get
good.
a visit. Yes. I need to come visit. All right. So I love food, y'all. When we start talking about food, I'm about to turn turn it to something else. All right. So now a few more questions. What you saying about the chat? What it say? Queen gonna get flued out to Jamaica next. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm down with that flued out. Flued me out.
He said Coach just had that last night. No, she did not.
No, she did not. All right, so here we go. I had it right here, and this because I wanted to ask you this. I thought this was a very good question. All right, here. If you could design a fitness challenge based on any fictional universe, which would it be and why? I don't think any of the universes are fictional that we've heard of, but let's go for it. Are you familiar?
A fictional unit? What is that?
Okay, so like, you know, when they talk about like multiverses, now I feel like the Pokemon question, like I did with like they talk about the multiverses, like when you're dealing with like the superheroes and the I was gonna say the Looney Tunes. It's not Looney Tunes. It's the Marvel, and they all have the different universes, and they show you like different things happening in these. Don't worry about it. We're gonna scratch that question. Then maybe
I have no idea.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about nothing no more. All right. So, what's the most? If you could, I asked you that already. I didn't highlight it. That's my own fault. If you could create a TV show, a workout inspired by a movie or a TV show, what would you pick?
A TV show would be Survivor. No, I'm just kidding.
That's some
I'm joking. But am I?
No. That's a hell of a workout there.
The Amazing Race.
Woo!
That is silly.
At home with Mary J said, yes, some Rocky Road and all chocolate cake. See, now y'all messing around.
Yummy.
Y'all messing.
See, look, I see cake and ice cream is like the top tier. It's top tier.
No.
But I'm not eating any of that right now. I'm in my Lent season, and during Lent, I can't have any carbohydrates.
You're drinking your glass of water like it's wine.
Oh, honey, because we got to make it fancy.
Yeah, I think people think you were drinking wine. She is drinking water, everyone, because she is in her.
I'm drinking seltzer water. Actually, it's strawberry seltzer. That's my fancy treat.
She's being fancy. She's being fancy, y'all. All right, so we get ready to wrap this up, everybody. If you have not connected with the Coach Mean Reen, please do. Make sure you double tap. Make sure you go over and check out her channel. What we do over here is we don't do a sub for sub. We don't do just, we support. So if you're going to support and you like her content and you like her vibe today, you could base it off of that, because pretty much this is what you get every time. Trust me, this is what you get. She didn't hold back. She didn't pretend to be something she wasn't. And so y'all get to see the person behind the content. But we did talk quite a bit about how her content is, but actually we got more in depth because she only puts little bitty pieces about her workouts, little bitty pieces. She teases us, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay. That's okay, because we get our little piece of her work day, and then we get a little piece of this, and then we get a little piece of that. And then she throw out that delicious salad with the salmon on it, knowing I can't eat no fish. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, in your own words, tell me exactly what Coach Mean Reen's channel is all about, and what viewers can expect from your content.
So, when you come over to Coach Mean Reen's little section of the universe, of the internet, you are going to get inspired to move your body for sure. That is something that I talk about in just about every video. But I'm also going to give you other things to think about. But it's mainly surrounding around taking care of yourself and learning to put yourself first, learning to put your health first, and to take care of yourself. But the way that I do it, right? I'm not just going to preach at you. I'm going to hit you with a gem, but I'm a sneak attack. It's going to come around this way like this. It's going to come right here and then bam, go work out. So what I do is I fit fitness into my daily life. So you'll like Queen said, you see me going to work. I show you a little bit of work. I show you a little bit of this, a little bit what I'm eating, what I'm doing, and everything that I do is in a vlog style. Sometimes I do sit down chats, but majority of what I'm doing, or majority of the videos I put out are vlog style, because it's definitely a movie, or everyone's life is a movie, right? Or a reality show at least. And in my reality show, we talk about fitness and then we have a little fun. So I like to say that my channel is about fitness and fun.
I think so. I enjoy myself over there, y'all. You know, I actually get an opportunity to, now I feel like I can now engage again. I don't know if you realize that I disengaged with your channel because I didn't want you to know what I was looking at, what I was watching.
What you was watching?
Yeah. So if you notice, one time it was like pop, 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 and then all of a sudden it was like pop, pop. Yeah, intentional. But now I can go watch and freely respond, because sometimes I'll be like, no, you don't want to leave that comment. You don't want to leave that comment. She know you've been in business, especially them old ones. You'll be like, what in the world? Because you don't even remember. Maybe I should have, because you don't even remember the doggone video I was talking about.
I'm gonna go find it. Like, what video was that? Right. Was that working out?
You work out in all the videos. Now this one I think was just it was like I'm just not recalling it to the T, because it's like I said, I watch so much, and I'm like literally seeing your face right here is almost like I'm watching a video right now. So because yeah, it's this right here ain't no joke. I'm just letting you know I put a lot into what I do before I get somebody sitting up here in front of me. You do get a lot of watch hours from the Queen when it comes down to being on the hot seat. So, you know, make sure that you prepared. Make sure y'all ain't got nothing out y'all want me to see. If someone is discovering your channel for the first time, what's the one video you would want them to watch first, and why?
Okay. So the video that I want people to watch first is the video that is like the video that I set up to, like, when you enter into my channel, this is the first video that plays. And that's the video talking about my real, like, the story of what has happened in my life to bring me to where I am today. So that video talks about the death of my daughter. I had one child and she passed away when she was 6 years old. Her name was Kimani. And in that video, I'm talking about what happened, how it happened, and then I talk about how I was able to move on past that, or through it. I can't even say past it, because if anyone has lost any person close to them in their life, you know that you never get over it. You know, you never quite get over. You just don't. You know that you have to learn how to live through the pain. So before anything else, before any of the fitness and fun, I want people to watch that video and kind of just have a moment to think about what I've been through, and also to honor my daughter. And that's why the purple is all over the place, because that was her favorite color. That was her favorite color. Like, she loved purple. So to honor her, that's why, like, when you see me drop comments and people's stuff, I always drop a purple heart, like, because she's with me all the time. So yeah, I'm seeing purple hearts. I'm seeing purple hearts. Drop those purple hearts.
Yes.
Is that, like, we talked about legacy before. So that's kind of what I would want my legacy to be, is that I never gave up no matter what. And when I say no matter what, I mean no matter what. I lost my only child, and here I am.
You didn't give up. And I intentionally, I know I know about it, because I watched every video way back, and that was one of the videos that I did watch. So I knew about it, and I knew the whole story. But I decided that I didn't want to bring that up in the interview. I'm sure you was okay with it, because you told me wasn't nothing off the table. But that was my decision. So you brought it up. That's beautiful. And we gonna call out her name, Kamani, lifting her up, Ashe. Yes. Purple hearts everywhere. Yes. And the way you talked about it, she's a beautiful soul. She's so smart, brilliant.
So smart. Like,
brilliant.
She surprised the heck out of me. Like, she was very, very smart. Like, she read at 2 years old.
Like she had been here before.
Right. For real. Like, for real.
Yeah. I mean, when you start talking about her, I was like, that sounds like somebody that's been in this world before.
She was here for a reason. And I think that, well, God doesn't make mistakes, right? So I think certain people end up with things happening to them because it's their purpose. It's a part of their purpose. And me losing my daughter, I mean, I wouldn't wish that on many people. And some people, I know that they wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm able to do. And so I'm always very thankful to God for that, for giving me the strength and endurance, because it's definitely not easy. It's not easy to have lost a child. And then I talk about this in some videos here and there, but to lose a child and then still be a woman, and a childbearing age woman, right? Just think about all the times when you go out and you talk with a person, a woman that you've met for the first time. What do women talk about? What do they ask each other? How many kids do you have?
Yeah.
All the time. Like,
all
of the time. So what I learned through that experience, well, a lot of lessons, but one of the thing is you have to be very careful what you ask people and what you say to people. Oh, thank you, honey. What you say to people when you first meet them, especially women. Like, you don't know if they've lost a child. You don't know if they've had struggles having children. You don't know if they have a strained relationship with their child. You don't know what the situation is. So sometimes asking that question can bring about trauma. So I deal with my trauma from losing her and the grief of losing her, right? But everybody is not that evolved to do that. So you really have to be careful with how you talk to people and what you ask them and what you say to people. Like, you just have to be careful. You don't really know what they've been through. And losing a child is, I'm sure that a lot of people here are parents or at least aunts or uncles. And so, like, it's obviously not. It's not an easy thing. It's a difficult cross to bear, but then I'm grateful to God because I'm still able to smile and laugh and do all of the things. And I do that in her name.
Well, I want to say on the positive side of this, I mean, people you got to pull it out. I am glad you are where you are. You are a true beacon to others that have been through something. You know what I'm saying? If they could just see you, I mean, nobody would know. What they always say, nobody would know you what you've been through by looking
Right.
at you, right? Never.
Nobody would know. And that is a testament to the power of God and prayer. No one would know. I mean, you don't look like what you've been through, right? And I've been through hell. That's definitely hell.
Yes.
I saw someone, Mary said,
up here she
I
said
saw
she lost her
Mary
daughter
said
in
something. I can't see.
2019.
Someone
Mary's
said
lifetime
oh my
said,
gosh. My condolences, Mary.
yeah.
We are in the unfortunate club of bereaved mothers.
Wow.
It's not a club you want to join.
No.
But like, I don't want everyone. So, okay. So I don't want everyone to like feel sorry for me or to feel sorry for, I can't speak for Mary. I can't speak for Mary. I speak for myself. I don't want you to feel sorry for me because I look at it, and I talk about this a little bit in the video. So if you guys want, you can watch the full thing to get a full idea. And I kind of want you to watch it because there's a message. It's not just woe is me. There's a message there.
The video, y'all.
I'm talking about the video that I posted on here on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
But so the trauma happens, right? And you feel terrible, like it's a terrible, terrible loss. But I'm thankful for the 6 years that I had her. There are plenty of people that don't have that. They want to have a child and they're not able to. I was able to birth a healthy, very smart, very intelligent, very fast, very strong girl. Like she was, I mean, I don't even know. She's an angel. She was just something else. Like she was something else all around. Like she was very vibrant, and I wish you guys could have met her. She was amazing. So I'm grateful for that I was able to have her for the time that I did. So I don't feel like people sometimes, like when I tell them, they'll like say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I get that's what you say when people pass, but don't feel sorry for me. Because I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel blessed. I feel sad. I miss her like every single day. I miss her. I don't know if the other people that have also lost their children, if they are there yet, because I know everybody's journey is different with grief, but I share my story because I want it to be another source of inspiration that you can keep going, you can pull yourself out. You don't have to die with them.
And I'm with you 100%. I never lost a child, but I did lose a husband.
Right.
And that one thing that you say, how people are saying, like they like to say they're sorry. And, it's not that you don't want people to, of course, give their, I mean, kind of you don't, you really don't want people to feel like that. You just, because it's something that continues to, for me, I guess to say, and to hear you say that, that's just not a me thing. Because it sounds just like that, where you just don't want you. It's like, I'm good. And I used to say that all the time. People like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss. But now I just let people say it and I let it roll on. And I want, because I know that me trying to correct it and say I'm good, it sounds like a deflection, right? It's like a deflection of whatever it is. But I am good because I'm in a better place. Like you said, you're able to move through it. You're never going to be past it, because it's something that's continuously in your life. It's always going to be there, but you can move through it. And, you bringing this up is definitely something, and showing you before they knew this part of your life, because everybody didn't watch all your videos like I did. But also I tapped into you when it was, actually me and you got connected when it was Kamani's birthday. You said she's going to be 22 years old.
Yeah.
And 22 is my number. So I maybe that's why I feel so connected to you, because literally I was drawn in but I knew, I was like, this, I would have still, even hearing you talk about that and then seeing how your reaction, I was like, she's
Like,
this
what? Right.
this is
And I thank God for that every day. Like, I
Mhm.
thank God for that. Because it could have been worse.
I hate saying, "Oh, she's so strong," and so I don't like to say that either. And then if I don't, you don't hear me say I'm sorry. You don't
I
hear me.
choose to be strong, though. I choose.
Right. Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not that person. I'll tell a person in a heartbeat, they have a death in their family. I'm not going to be the first one to call you. If you're missing an action and, somebody says something happened to you, I'm not going to be the first one to tap into you. I'm not going to do that because I know that you need your time to gather. You need that space. Sometimes you need people, but most times you need your space. You need time to gather that.
That's the other thing I learned, like during the whole process. And you don't really know what it's like to lose someone that close until you, unfortunately, are sitting in that front row at the funeral. When you're the one sitting there and your child is the one in the cat, like it's completely different. Like people can feel bad for you or whatever, but you don't know that feeling until you're going through it. And then the worst part to me, or the place, the time when families need you the most, it's the funeral is, it's nice that you show up, but it's way after after the funeral happens, that's when reality sets in.
Mm-hmm.
After everything is over and everyone goes back to their life and you're stuck there with the reality that they are not coming back, that is when you need people. The funeral, yes, great, fabulous. People are there, but I was in a date. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Even before the funeral, people were there.
Yeah, like you're in a complete. I couldn't even eat. Like you're not even yourself. People are coming and they're coming and they're saying things. They're bringing food. I couldn't even eat. So everybody else was eating. I couldn't eat that. I didn't know what was happening. Then after everything, after the funeral, that's the time and that's when everybody goes back to their life. So I just wanted to say that to people, like when you think about like someone in your life that God forbid they lose someone close to them, it's after the fact.
Yeah. Let me say that's my thing about, so many people in your space. Now you understand what I was saying. That's why I learned this lesson in death itself, so like everybody was there. I mean, my doorbell would not stop ringing. My phone would not stop ringing. People were just coming out of the woodworks. People I didn't even know that was, his people, it was so much. And then, but this is what people would say to me. Is there anything that I can do? Let me know. Now, let me tell you this. When somebody please, and I heard you make a plea on something too. So make sure y'all watch her video, please. But this is my plea. When someone's going through a death of a loved one, and you say to them, let me know if it's anything you need. First of all, that statement needs to be as sincere as it's coming out of your mouth. But I'm going to tell you, at that very moment, they don't even know what they need. They can't even think. Like she just said, you can't even process. They can't delegate. They can't, all they can do is move in the motion that's going on at that very moment. Then, now, like she said, when the dust settle, the funeral over, everything is said and done, and you sitting there with a whole bunch of flowers, balloons, and cards, and it's just you, and ain't none of them people, and the phone not ringing no more, and nobody at the door, nobody bring you food, all of that's said and done, and then something happened, and you be like, dang, such and such said, if I ever need anything, I'm gonna reach out. Let me reach out to him. Or if you need anything. If you don't mean what you say, don't do it. So I'm just giving you the facts that I actually reached out to with so many people. And I reached out to a handful of people because I did need something. And ain't none of them show up. My time that I needed somebody wasn't when it happened. I needed you after the fact, and you need to be there at all times. So if you're extending to anyone that is in mourning or dealing with a death of a person, please sincerely, with all my heart, I'm asking you, please be sincere. And no matter what, if you can't show up physically for them, figure out a resource. Because I told you before that we have to be a resource for one another. We cannot be just depending on, oh, well, they said they prayed about it. But how you know that prayer wasn't being answered through you? How do you know that? Like, you don't know that. So that's just my thing. That's my one thing. But please watch her video, because I'm not going to tell her story. She has another thing. Please don't say to any mourning mother. And that was deep when you said it, sis. And you know what I'm talking about. About. I know you know what I'm talking about.
The other thing is, like, the thing is, I didn't really get upset with people, like, that people couldn't really be there, because people get uncomfortable around that. They don't really know what to say, what to do, right? But then the other thing is, you really don't know what it's like to sit in that front row until you are in the front row. That's period. Like, so you could go to a million funerals and be like, oh my God, it was so sad. Or even like someone that was close to you, like a friend or an aunt or something, someone that was close and you really feel bad. It is a different thing when that person lived in the house with you and you saw them every day of that's different. Yeah. And if you haven't gone through that, you don't know what that is. So I charged it to people really just don't know what to do. It wasn't like it wasn't a malicious intent. And that way, me thinking about it in that way helped me to not be like a angry person. Yes, front row with the shades on and everybody looking at you. When you are the family, when that person in that casket is someone that lived with you every day, different feeling. So it's really hard for people to grasp what that's like until they themselves are the person in the front row. And then they're like, dag, this is real. And then you go home after the funeral, after the repast, after everybody's back home, and you sit in there like, wow. It's a different thing. And wait, what did Honey say? My condolences to all mothers who experienced the loss of a child,
Yeah, it seems like it's there. And the reason I wasn't saying that I blame people for not showing up after.
No, I wasn't saying that.
But no, I'm saying I wanted to make it clear that I'm saying that I'm just charging you. So now it's like when you know better, you do better. You get what I mean? You don't want to. You just don't want to be up in somebody's face saying, you need anything, because you don't know what to say. How about step back, think about it, and then go say something? Because I didn't know that either. Because guess what I would do all the time? Somebody, oh my gosh,
everybody says that. You say what everybody else says.
If you need anything, let me know.
They're in a better place. All of that. I'm praying for you. All of that.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I'm just telling people to be more, because it's when you, like you just said, when you're in the front row and that's going on, I'm sorry, it's just different. And the after effect is different. It was different for me. And when I learned that, I feel like I deal with these things a lot better. But then I still feel like I may come off a little standoffish. I'm an empath, so I feel a lot of things. So if I don't, I don't respond right away to something, or I don't start to, but you could tell when I'm in it, because the tears will start rolling. I can't control because you see me, I'm already rocking like right now. So I'm trying to hone in. But that's just who I am. And I know me, so I know how I respond to things. So I don't want y'all to, think I'm not. Y'all do y'all. But I'm letting you know. In that I can't speak to losing a child. I cannot. I absolutely cannot. But I can speak to losing someone who was very close to me, and I know how I felt. And like you said, that front row is something different. So
it's a lot different. And then people are coming up to you with all these things. And then the other thing, I feel like, since we have the audience and, there's a lot happening in the world, it's just important for people to hear this. When you go, when you are dealing with someone that lost someone and you ask them what happened, if they don't offer what happened, just don't ask that.
Please.
Don't ask them what happened. Like because just think about that for a minute. What you're really asking them is to relive the worst moment of their life.
Yeah.
Just so you can know what happened.
Yeah.
So it's a tiny bit selfish. So if you just listen to them, if you just offer them a hug, if they don't feel like hugging, if you just offer them your condolences, that's it. Offer them your condolences and keep it moving. Like, you don't have to have something profound to say.
You don't.
Just say my condolences.
You don't have to have something. That's what I was trying to say. Don't say these things,
Yeah.
And that's it right there. Don't ask. You know how many people ask, well, wasn't your husband young? What happened to him?
Come on, man. Like,
I used to be like,
I feel like if the person offers that, if they start talking about it or they feel comfortable to talk about it, fine. But don't just come up to them and say that. That's one of the reasons for a long time, it was very hard for me to even talk about my daughter passing, Kimani passing, because people ask, but what happened? And then people ask, do you want other children? Like,
that was the statement. That was the thing. That's y'all watch the video. Because
or you can, or you can have other children.
When you said that, I actually watched that content when I was being flued out. And I was
on the plane,
and I was no, when I was messed up. I was in that room and that was right before I was getting ready to go live, and I was like, girl, you better shake this off. I'm like, that's my sister. Oh my God. I just was like, but
it's deep.
And I think because I didn't when I clicked on that, that's not what I expected to, I guess I didn't expect it to be that deep, like to that extent. Like, it was very deep, and it was powerful though. It was powerful, and it let me know. That's why I feel like that's why I like doing this. Because you will find things that most people that's just connecting with you, they're only watching your content from here.
They only watch the most recent video.
They don't go back there. They're not going back there. You see how everybody like, well, I need to go. I need to go
back there. Look at my content. There's some gems in there.
It is. And it really is. And you see how many people can relate to your story here that has had things that's similar that's happened to them, so this was meant for me. This was meant to be how we gonna close out this thing today.
Yeah.
Everyone, I want to thank you for coming in, and I thank my guest, Coach Mean Reen, and we spent time here with Coach beyond her content. Y'all got to see a little bit about how she is on a whole bunch of different levels. Remember, we're here to grow and build together. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Every time you come over to Queen's Alchemy in some form or fashion, we're going to collab and grow. And we're going to continue to grow with one another. But I'm always going to be pushing my own content, as well as I'm going to do some more collabing with Coach, because I want to start a segment where we definitely tap into all aspects of health and help people in general, across the board.
I would love to do that. Absolutely.
Love. Yeah. So this ain't the last time you've seen us together, but this is the last time you see us together in this capacity, because we're going to be in here. She going to have a whip.
Oh. Whip that tail in the shape. Stop saying I can't.
That's it.
Stop saying I can't.
Y'all get ready for it. All right. And I want y'all to...
and stop saying I don't have time either.
Woo, Did she get me a check earlier, y'all? I was like, I'm on the plantation too. But
like,
you
oh,
know
you on
what
the
really got me
plantation?
is
Good.
when you
We got
said
recorded
Mama
workout.
Brown. Ain't your Mama Brown, Miss Brown?
Yeah, where is she?
She been in the chat.
Yeah, that's her.
So when you said Mama Brown getting up and she do it, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let Mama Brown put me to shame. So I'm gonna
She
get
is
up.
fit, honey. She can do her planks. She can do her push-ups. We trying to keep Mama around as long as possible. Keep her healthy. Keep her heart strong. Keep her standing up straight, back straight. There she go.
Hey, Mama
Tell her,
Brown.
Mama, you work out, honey. Standing up straight and upright. So for all of those talking about I'm 55 or I'm 70 or I'm too old, no.
Not too
as
old.
long as you have breath in your body. Amen.
Yes. And you know what else is amazing? That because every time I get a little quirk or a quake or something, I'll be like, because I got to still be able to work out. That's I'm saying I still need to be able to work out, but I ain't doing the workout. You get what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you to work out now.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't have all them aches and pains. And the other thing I like to work on is flexibility. So before we end, I want to just, if you guys are tapped into my channel, I'm going to start doing lives, right? Men can join as well, but we're going to be working on stretching, especially, I call this the sexy stretch. And we're going to be working on our flexibility so that we are more flexible. Hello, somebody.
Is it gonna be a once a week thing or is it gonna be a weekend thing?
I'm gonna try it out once a week.
Like Sunday at 6 o'clock?
Maybe should it be Sunday at 6?
I don't know. I can't work. I work on
maybe
Sundays
that could be
too.
my live, but you know what? Maybe
it's okay. You don't have to.
I got to figure out what day, but just look out for that. I will definitely, once I figure out what I'm going to do, 70 shaking my head. I should be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Be inspired. Be inspired. And then click the link and sign up for class. Then pick what class you want to join. And then you know what happens? You get the link for the class sent straight to your email. Easy. I made it so easy. All you got to do is come to class. You don't even have to think about what you're going to work out and do. All you got to do is show up. I cover everything else. Nice and round like an ink. That is my favorite saying. That one, and then the second one is no lumps and no bumps. we trying to wear the white pants when we in the summertime, right? You know how they be having white parties, and you put your white pants on. You want to put the white pants on with no lumps and no bumps and no spanks. Hello, somebody.
All right, now y'all. So make sure y'all tap into her for her fitness class. It's at 7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Monday through Friday.
Thursday. Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday. So it's Monday through Thursday. Tap in with Coach. You can find the link on her channel underneath her bio. Just click it and you can get into there and sign up, because trust me, I already seen it. I was just trying to fake the funk on the channel right here, right now, but it didn't even work, because I definitely knew that I can do it. And you can actually, like she said, ain't no excuses, because if you can't do it at 7 o'clock, you can do the pay-per-view. Is that what it's called? I think it's called pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, and you can watch it at your leisure and do it when you need to do it. But my question about that is, so can I watch that and utilize it only that one time, or do I get to click
So if you do the pay-per-view option, then yes, you could only do it one time. But if you do a subscription option, then you have access to the library. So that's what people normally do. If they don't come to the live class, they normally do the subscribe, like they normally do the recorded workout only option. They do that option, and then they can work out when they want to.
Okay.
There's
So
a
did
lot of
y'all
folks
hear
say
that?
to me they don't want to work out at 7 p.m. Fine. You can work out at 6 a.m., whatever you want. You still gonna get me yelling at you. Get up.
No matter what you do, and you ain't getting out of that. You're not getting off of there. You're not getting away with that.
Whether it's live or if it's on the tape, it's gonna be like I'm talking directly to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, everybody, we had a great time here. I want to thank you so much, sis. I really,
I had a
really,
good
really,
time.
really appreciate. I appreciate you more than you know. This was awesome, and this has been a long time coming. I've been looking forward to feeling like I was on FaceTime with you.
Oh, sign language, because Elevator said he only understands sign language. So I told him to get up in sign language.
Okay, so all right, so everybody shouting out Mama Brown in the house. Not only she's 70 and working out, she's 70 on YouTube. Okay, watch y'all now. All right, so
that's what happens when you work out. It works your brain out too. Your brain stays young too.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, but she don't want to be making that IKEA, right? I'm coming over, Mama Brown. I want some IKEA. Yes. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Now y'all know what I do at the end of it. First of all, make sure y'all connecting with the guest, which is Coach Mean Reen today. And upcoming our next, I don't have all of it there, but our next interview is coming right up around the corner. This weekend we got Honey Lover Friend on Saturday at 6:22 p.m. So make sure y'all tapping in with Honey Lover Friend. And also after Honey Lover Friend, hold on, because I don't have all of these memorized like I used to. After Honey Lover Friend, our next guest is Lala. The very next day, we got Lala, the High Vibration Coach, on the 23rd at 7:22. And then we got the Real Fee Nicole coming up on Wednesday the 26th. And we got the one and only Zoe Madden. It's Zoe time coming up on the 29th. That's Saturday. So let's get it working. We're going to have some more scheduled before, probably by the time I get to Honey, we probably have some more scheduled. So I am excited. Thank you all for giving me your time. Thank you today, sis, for giving me your time. If you're interested in collabing and growing with the Queen, send me an email. It's on any and all of my content. It's on my channel, on the description. It's everywhere. So just send me an email. I do better with email, but I can connect on other channels, other platforms. Instagram, Facebook would be my other two choices, but definitely an email is preferred, I should say. And then you can check out this interview. If you miss any of it, you can check out this interview and all the other interviews in my playlist of 22 Questions with the Queen Beyond the Content. So what we're going to do tonight is say peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Everybody have a beautiful night. Take care. Oh, and make sure, don't y'all forget, all of y'all, don't forget to connect with the Queen. And tomorrow, I forgot to mention to all of our tribe members that we're having a tribe meeting tomorrow, y'all, at 7:22. So be there or be square and be ready to come up on platform. Come up here. That's absolutely. I can hold 10 people up here, so that's what I want to do, because we need to have a conversation.
Well, I'll be doing
all right. Peace and love, y'all. It's going to be about the TV guy. What time your class over? 8 o'clock?
It's an hour.
Everybody gonna go to bed on me if I hold it any later.
No, you can do it. I'm just letting you know I ain't gonna be there.
No. I want to because I could do it on the flip side. I could do it at 10:22. Y'all know how I do, but then we'll be up here till 11:22, 1, 12:22. But you're a night owl anyway. So with that being said, it's gonna be at 10:22 tomorrow. So y'all tap in. Make sure you set your alarm clocks. And 8:22, she gonna have to eat her food and stuff.
That
Okay.
works.
Let's collab. Let's come to let's do 9:22 and make it an even meet. So 9:22 tomorrow, we will be meeting here, right here in the same place. We're gonna be going over the TV guide. We're gonna be talking a little bit more about our movements. And you know, we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. So everybody tap in then. Other than that, y'all, good night. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Coach.
Good night.
Have a good night. Good night. Peace and love. Don't go nowhere. Don't click off. Don't click off. Don't click off.
Hold on.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. All that talking I be doing, I don't even have the screen ready to cut off. I do this every night. Like I'm just special. I'm special. Don't worry about it. All right. So here we go. Peace and love, y'all.
Good night.
Good night. There we go. Bam. All right. So I think we should be clear. I think. I don't know if they can
No,
still
it's
see
still
it.
saying live.
Oh, does it? Okay.